getting an interview goes up. If you apply with the same resume on every job, the chance of you getting an interview goes down because obviously, right, you need to go through something called as an ATS, right, application tracking system, and it looks for keywords. So, how are you gonna make a resume personalized for every job we apply in no time? That is what I'm gonna show you. First, I will send a prompt like this. You're an expert in, let's say, marketing and business. I would like you to review this CV and generate a summary of the highlights of the most impressive parts of the resume in bullet points. This is the prompt that I write, and I just attach my resume to this. I just downloaded it from LinkedIn. You can see this. This is my resume. I just downloaded it from LinkedIn, and I've just attached it. Looks like it is gone, so I'm gonna do it all over again. Oh my bad. There you go. So what I've done here is I've just attached my resume and I said give me a summary of it. The reason why I did that is because I want AI to read my resume. Right? So right now you can see it is reading my resume and it's giving me a summary of my resume. As it does that, I don't need the summary, quite frankly. I just say this so that it can read my resume. Once it is doing, right, this is the second prompt that I send. I say, as my career advisor, I would like you to reword my CV that I've given you. Please tailor it for the following job advertisement to maximize the chance of getting an interview. Include any keywords mentioned in the job post. Organize a structure, summary, and experience in the mentioned about deemed desired for the desired outcome. Deemed fit for the desired outcome. Here's the job advertisement. What I'm doing is I gave my resume to AI. It went through my whole resume. Now I'm gonna give it the job that I want to apply. Let's say this is the first round capital chief of staff is what I want to apply. I just copy the job description, come to ChatGPT, and I paste the JD right here. What am I saying here? I'm like, now that you have my resume, rewrite my whole resume based on this job description, which increases my chances of getting accepted for this interview. Right? I click on the send button. And look at that. AI is rewriting my whole resume based on the job description that I just sent, which is this chief of staff. Guys, isn't this insane? Drop a comment insane in the chat. Whole of your resume is being rewritten based on the job description so that when I apply using this resume, the chances of me getting an interview significantly goes up. Is this a 10x hack for you? Drop a comment 10x in the chat. If this is a 10x hack for you, drop a comment 10x in the chat. And you can see this, it is rewriting my whole resume right here. That's the crazy part. Alright, now let's say it is writing my resume. And once it has finished writing the resume, I would say that the resume is rewritten. Now, let's say because you applied using this resume, you got a chance to interview. You have an interview right now. How will you do the interview? Right? Because there could be a lot of things written on this resume that you're probably not in tune with. What would you do? Right? In that case, right, you write a prompt like this and you say, listen, go through my resume, go through the job description and tell me what are the kind of things that are missing so that I can learn about all those things before the interview actually happens and give them to me in form of a table. That's what I told you. I'm saying act like my career counselor, right? And I'm just gonna send this prompt right now. I'm basically saying compare my resume, compare my job description, and based on the things that you think my original resume was missing, give me a table of things that I need to get better with. And look at this. Extensive use and deep understanding of Salesforce is what I need to know, which I don't have. As a result, it is asking me to take a beginner Salesforce course. And then it says you need to know how to do advanced automation and AI workflow optimizations using tools like Zapier, Airtable, and all that. That I don't have on my resume either. So it's saying how can I improve it, and it's also giving me a score on how important this is. You see what we did? We first gave our resume and we said rewrite the resume for this job description. It did rewrite the resume for the job description. Once that happened, we said, listen, I have an interview going forward. Can you tell me what are the things that I should prepare? because I have basically got you to rewrite my resume and it's giving me a list of things that I need to get better with. Guys, isn't this powerful? Isn't this powerful that you're able to get AI act like a career counselor? Literally. Right? And let's say finally you're done everything, you're prepared everything, and now you basically want someone to do a mock interview for you. And you'll be like, who will do a mock interview for you? Someone, because you're prepared. You have your interview in the next 2 days. How can you prepare? Can you get someone to do a mock interview for you so that you're better well prepared? Well, you can get AI to do that. And in that case, you see this little icon here? When I tap on this, the voice mode gets turned on. And I get AI to do my interview, just like this. And I give a voice prompt for this. Hey, so you have seen the job description and also my resume. I've actually got selected for an interview and I'm very scared if I'm well prepared or not. So can you act like a very tough interviewer and basically ask me questions one at a time and also kind of give me feedback so that I'm very well prepared for the interview? Yeah, the job that I've applied for is the same one that I've attached, which is Chief of Staff.
Absolutely. Let's simulate a tough but helpful mock interview for the Chief of Staff role at First Round Capital. I'll ask you one question at a time, and after each response, I'll give you honest, detailed feedback so you can sharpen your answers. Ready? All right, here comes your first question. This role demands lightning-fast responsiveness and mastery of communication. How do you currently manage and prioritize an inbox with hundreds of emails? And how would you adapt that for someone else's inbox like Bill Trenchard's? Take your time, answer as you would in a real interview, and I'll follow up with feedback.
Well, you know what? Because I've operated as a founder for such a long time, I've always been very busy with a lot of emails that come in my way. So what I've done is I've actually set up a Zapier workflow where every time I get an email, the AI actually reads up the email and kind of finds if that's an important email that I should address right away or it can wait out. If that's a very important email, I get a ping on my Slack. As a result, I can just reply on my Slack and that reply goes onto the email automatically. If it's not a very important email, then AI reads that email, writes 2-3 drafts for me and saves that on my inbox. Whenever I have time, I can go out and check it. This is how I manage my emails, which is very busy, and I could replicate a process like this for the people.
That's a strong start. You've clearly shown that you're tech savvy, proactive, and
guys, what do you guys think of this?
To manage high
what do you guys think of this? AI is literally taking my interview
Here's
right
your
now.
feedback and how you could sharpen your answer further. What worked well? You demonstrated experience operating at high intensity as a...
You can see this AI is right now giving me feedback as well. So I basically got AI to do all the work for me for free. And I'm using the free version of this. You like what you're seeing? Drop a boom in the chat if you like what you're seeing. Drop a boom in the chat if you like what you're seeing. Awesome, awesome, awesome. We are just getting started, my friends. We are just getting started. There's a lot more crazy stuff coming your way. Okay, let's get into the next one, right? I'm sure a lot of you people, we have just done this. I'm sure a lot of you people want to have the ability to chat with a website, chat with a YouTube video. I'm sure a lot of you people have faced the situation where there's something very, very technical article that you've come across and you're like, I wish someone could explain me what this is. Well, today AI can solve that problem for you. You can use this free Chrome extension called as Emily AI by going to Meet Emily, meetemily.ai. You can go there and sign up for free. And once you sign up, you basically have to download this Chrome extension. I've already downloaded this Chrome extension and you will see it in action very, very soon. So this is a powerful, powerful Chrome extension which allows you to do a lot of things, by the way. And one of my few very, very best features according to me of this Chrome extension is that you can literally chat with a website, chat with a YouTube video, literally chat with a PDF or anything out there. It's incredible. Let me show you how it works. For example, let's say I'm on this blog article which is by OpenAI, where with very, very technical language, right? OpenAI is talking about GPT 4.5 that they just released. And because I've installed the Emily Chrome extension, you can see this little E symbol right here, which is the Emily logo. If I tap on this nice little sidebar kind of opens up and it has the option chat with the page. And it can do a lot of things. Summarize the website for you, generate a LinkedIn post, generate a Twitter tweet. It can analyze data that's on the page because that's probably the lot of data. You can see this, that's why it's predicted. Maybe you want to analyze data. But in this case, I'm going to just chat with the page. Select that option. And there you go. And I'm going to ask a simple question to start with. You can see this has given me a nice little summary. It quickly read the whole page, gave me a summary, and it's asking me, are these any of the questions that you want? Let's say I ask a question, right? How is it different? Because this is a GPT 4.5. This is a new model from OpenAI. How is it different from the powerful reasoning models which can think? Let's say this is the question because we just read about O1 and I said it's a reasoning model who can think. You can see this says GPT 4.5 differs from original reasoning models like O1. This includes scaling unsupervised learning rather than developing a chain of thought before responding. I'm like, what language is it speaking? I'm not able to understand. So I can just say, can you explain this to me in a simple language? Because I'm not able to understand. It says some chain of thought reasoning before responding. Now it says, sure, imagine 4.5 as a super smart friend who has read a ton of books and watching loads of videos. It's great for spotting trends, blah, blah, blah. All of that it's explaining very nicely, right? Now I can say, what is the price? Or is it free to use? Because this is a new model. Let's see if that is mentioned here. Look at that. ChatGPT-5 is not free to use. It's available for pro users only and on all the paid tiers. You see how instead of sitting and reading the article, I could just talk to it and get so many insights. Guys, don't you think this is incredibly powerful that you can consume so much more content and every time you have a doubt when you're reading an article, you can just ask questions on a Chrome extension and you will be able to get an answer. Don't you think this is powerful? Drop a yes in the chat if you think this is powerful, that you can literally chat with a website and consume so much more content, right? How cool is this? Now, you know where this goes to the next level? It can work on a YouTube video as well. How many of you have come across like a 2-hour long podcast and you're like, I wish someone could watch this podcast on my behalf and summarize it for me? How many of you have felt it? Me in the chat, like a 2-hour long podcast. Alright, guess what? This beautiful tool works on Emily as well. For example, this is a podcast that I did. Basically, this person is the founder of Policy Bazaar, a $10 billion company, and I was doing this podcast with him. You can see this is a big podcast that we have. And let's say you want to consume this podcast really, really quickly. How do you do that? Because we have installed Emily, you can see this new window that has popped up right here, which says summarize this video, create chapters, or even chat with the video. You can select any of the options, but let's say in this case I select chat with video. I just selected it, give it a second, and it should start allow you to chat with the video. There you go. It says chatting with the YouTube video. So it reads up what is on the YouTube video and you can literally chat with it.